Hello everyone, and in today's video, we're going to be reacting to the Cat with Blue Hat video, and it's called 5 Years Ago, Raiden Spoke the Truth and We Hated Her for It. So I don't know what this even is about. Was this in an event? Was this just maybe, guess, in the Inazuma and Arkham quest? I'm not sure. We've got to watch this video to find out. But if you do enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. Obviously, like always, this video is linked in the description. So I was just looking, I saw this, and I was like, the character was like, say 6 hours. And I was thinking, it's like, well, technically Flynn's is the most likely, because he fucking did it. But, you know, anyway. I mean, apparently, obviously that was just coincidental. It wasn't actually for the meme, but it's still funny. Anyway, let's get straight into it.
Only through eternity are you closest to the heavenly principles.
But every time she says that, I do think about this line that she says, but it's like, only through eternity are you closer. So she's pretty much saying only when thing. Oh my god! Wait, that actually just kind of clicked. Wait, that actually just kind of clicked for me. Because obviously, that I guess what she means here is like, oh, only when things stay the same for eternity, are you closest to the heavenly principles. Because the whole thing was to get rid of evolution, to get rid of all of this stuff. So to get rid of progression so that change doesn't happen, because obviously due to change all her friends and sister died, right? But that actually just got me thinking about Asmodee's place and how the defender there was like, change, evolution, like, is not permitted in this place and is not allowed in this place. And yeah, and Raiden talks about how only through like non-change for eternity you're closest to heavenly principles. That's actually kind of interesting. Okay, so this statement has never been more accurate after hearing Alice talk about the abyss. Oh, okay. Don't worry. Not where I was going. I was thinking of the whole Asmodee stuff.
Of the abyss lies in the hatred carried by all the.
Wait, I'm confused. How is this? Okay.
The essence of the abyss lies in the hatred carried by all the fates that will not come to pass.
Yeah. In fact, we've known about the truth of the abyss for a long time now. Wait. Really? The description of Festive Design describes the abyss in a similar way. Unborn life, unfulfilled wishes, tragic dreams at the edge of the universal darkness that could never come true. Indwell my body and descend unto this. Oh, wow. Yeah. Obviously, like, the universal darkness would probably be, I guess, the abyss. The tragic dreams. Oh, interesting. Even the secret abyssal message in the chasm have a similar description. Oh. The dweller in heaven scents the thorns. You can find them in various locations. I didn't know this. The way of the abyss. The death of the abyss. Not to be. Oh, okay. The dweller in heaven scents the thorns, for the way of the abyss is not to be. Oh my god, is not to be! Like, oh, the fates that were never meant to be. Oh my god. What the fuck? The dweller in heaven scents the thorns. I guess. I'm just curious how we would ever stop. Okay, my question is, how do we ever stop the abyss? Like, if the embodiment of the abyss is fates that never came to pass, and like choices that you didn't make, how do we defeat that? Because you always make choices. If you move your character left instead of right, that's a choice. Like, bro, if you move one finger instead of another finger, that's a choice, and one fate never came to pass. Like, so I don't understand how, I don't understand how we could even ever defeat the abyss. But I guess we'll see, right? I guess maybe becoming maybe if the traveler ascends the throne and becomes the heavenly principles themselves, maybe. But I don't know. This rule of the heavenly principles to force a single fate for all of Tevat is the same as the unchanging eternity pursued by Raiden Shogun. Sorry, let me just read that again. Because they don't want anything else to happen, I guess. Just like Raiden Shogun doesn't want anything else to happen. If all fate is made to be predetermined, the world remains unchanged. I mean, yeah. And within the heavenly principle's control, this is what Daisley refers to as a sheltered eternity.
In the perpetual meantime.
Wait, what is that? Oh, so for some reason I read that and then my mind just went to the Sarita because I just saw that. That freaking just shows 90s. Oh my god, I cannot wait for that to come out, man. Oh, this show's 90s is gonna be awesome. Sorry, distraction. But yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to read.
In the perpetual meantime of a sheltered eternity, most are content to live and not to dream.
This includes everything that's happened so far, and I mean everything. Do you think Fontaine's prophecy was changed due to the Traveler? I mean, I'll be real. It didn't seem like it at all. No. When you think about it, nah, not really. It was kind of the authority of, well, Nouvellette, right? I guess. Oh, that Columbina becoming a true lunar goddess was her breaking free of her fate. The answer is no. It is all according to the predetermined fate enforced by the heavenly principle. Yeah, they want everything to go the way they want. If you look at Nouvellette's trailer, you'll notice many golden threads surrounding him. Oh, everyone is bound by the threads of fate. Every authority is bound by the threads of fate. Right. So what about Farida pretending? What is that one? These symbolize about singular fate led by the heavenly principles. You'll find the same thread in Economy Trailers. That is crazy. I didn't even realize that with Nouvellette's trailer. That's crazy. Upon the stage of Tibet, all beings are merely actors pushed around by these threads. Post-laws had invited Nouvellette onto the stage centuries in advance. There were only ever a fixed number of seats, and for one to sit down was for another to depart. Ooh, oh, interesting. The letter had been an invitation issued several centuries in advance. What the fuck? So that's about fossil law. What the fuck? I guess to get his authority. I guess that was to get his authority back, right? Talk about. She left her only seat for her ending, and someone else had to take her place. It was a seat reserved by the heavens for Nouvellette from the start. Bro, what the fuck? And Nouvellette realized how he was manipulated by fate into regaining his Hydra authority. And being like him should have no need for constellation and play by celestial rules. Yeah, as soon as he regained his authority, he was surprised to find a special constellation reserved just for him in Tibet's sky. Thus did he in the end come to his own fate. The skies had left a special, ennobled place for him. One reserved for the overseers and those who could defy the world itself. That of his own reflection. Of course he was born in the form of a human, but why then is his constellation the image of a great Leviathan? Oh, so yeah, so the heavens already planned a constellation for him in advance. What the fuck? Bro, is Elio up there or some shit? Fuck it. I think Elio's up there. Elio's probably the mastermind behind fucking every game, to be honest. Let's be real at this point. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Since all the games are probably connected, right? So yeah. Jesus Christ, you see a black cat up there. Fuck. Oh my god. This is when he realized he had always been part of Celestia's plans. The entire prophecy of Fontaine was already predestined to end the way it did. What the fuck? You could even say it was all a grand play orchestrated by Celestia. The golden threads of fate cannot influence the Hydro Dragon who's not part of it. Yeah, so freaking the Celestia probably already, that means Celestia would already have a seat reserved for the Traveler, waiting for his fate to eventually reach, well, the ascension point, right? So it's just a waiting game. So maybe that's why they're not doing anything, because it's just a fucking waiting game at this point, and they're just waiting for the Traveler to get up there. Sorry. The golden threads of fate cannot influence the Hydro Dragon, who's not part of fate. But they can influence the world around him to make him willingly accept it for himself. Oh, that's why they're circling him. Oh, and for Columbina, she's tied down by them. So fate doesn't since he's a dragon sovereign, fate can't influence him, but it can influence everything around him. That's signifying the threads going around him. But for Columbina, she isn't a sovereign, but she is also a moon goddess. So I don't know. And I guess they're both made by the same thing, but I guess maybe moon goddesses aren't the same as, I guess they're not the same as sovereigns. So Columbina is tied down by fate. As soon as you got the seat for Fossil, Celestia succeeded in their plan. Why would they want a dragon sovereign? And Neuvillette became part of the world's singular fate. Oh, because they wanted him to become... Oh, right, okay. They wanted him to become part of the fate of the world. A part of the singular fate. That was their goal. I was like, why would they want a dragon sovereign to become... That's like... to get their authority back. I was like, what is going on? I was like, oh, right, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, they want him to become... Because they don't want outliers, right? So, yeah, makes sense. But why did Neuvillette agree to Fossil's plan? Because he was born a human and grew to understand them. Why was he born a human? Do we know that? Because Ageria, who was supposed to be the heart of the Primordial Sea, left it to become the Hydro Archon. Why did Ageria leave to become the Hydro? Okay, you're asking way too many fucking questions at this time. Asking way too many questions. He was born a human because Ageria, Ageria left to become the Hydro Archon. Oh, so there was no heart in the Primordial Sea? Why did Ageria leave to become the Hydro Archon? Because the God King Remus attempted to defy fate. Failed and destroyed Remuria. So did she want to... Why did Remus try to defy fate? Because Ageria stole the power of the Primordial Sea and transformed Osiris into humans, which led to the prophecy. Oh, sorry, this is getting to rail, so I just don't understand at this point. So, Ageria, Ageria didn't want to become the heart of the Primordial Sea and left to become the Hydro Archon, and the reason she did that is because King Remus was attempted to defy fate, failed, and destroyed Remuria. But then the reason why Remus, the reason why Remus was even trying to defy fate in the first place was because Ageria stole the power of the... Oh, she stole the power of the... Oh, okay, so I was reading that wrong. I was reading that wrong. Oh, so it's because Ageria... So Ageria stole the power of the Primordial Sea, so then Remus tried to defy fate because of that, failed, so then Ageria left. Ageria just left, okay. And she, oh yeah, and... Okay. And transformed Osiris into humans, which led to the prophecy. Wait, this is art, man. Beautiful. Oh, wait, that's the event! That's that Leeway Monster event. Holy fuck. I think that's on my YouTube channel. Maybe it's not, actually. I don't even fucking remember. I remember doing this, though. That's when we learnt about Diona's curse. It was the OC in it that gave it to her, right? Why did Ajira create humans from Oceanids? Because she herself was created to be a prisoner whose only role was to be the artificial heart of the primordial sea. You're gonna say, why was she gotta be why was she created to be a prisoner? Unable to leave the sea herself and seeing the Oceanids yearn to understand humans, she granted their wish. Oh, so she didn't want them to be tied down and imprisoned, so she wanted them to be free. They didn't want them to live the life she was, I guess. So even if she herself could never leave the sea, at least Oceanus would be able to fulfill their wish. Damn! Ogeria, she's actually nice. What the fuck? God damn! This whole situation exists because of human desire. This is the core part of how fate works into that. Humans desire judgment because they feel guilty. Humans desire and so they want to receive. Humans always desire a god. That is why the primordials that is why the primordial sea's heart, gentle Ageria, was awarded the shard of that one who was first, and gained both godhood and the divine duty come lately. Interesting. Humans desire judgment because they feel guilty. Humans desire and so they want to receive. It is with these human desires that Ageria and Fontaines are able to subdue even the Hydra Sovereign. Because Nuvalet will see the desires of humans and understand them. This is the reason why Ageria received the shard of the primordial one, as it ultimately led to the Hydro Sovereign willingly becoming part of that fate. So all of that happened. So Celestia allowed all of that happen for the sole purpose of tying the Hydro Dragon Sovereign down to fate, to their own singular fate. That is crazy. So everything in Fontaine happened just so Nuvalet could be tied down by fate. That is crazy. Holy shit, alright. This was the opening act of a string of dark plots that led to Nuvalet's human fate. Nicole knew Fontaine won't be destroyed.
Yes, what has been prophesized will be fulfilled.
I forget we heard Ed here. What the fuck?
You may view such things as the history of the future.
Yeah, the history of the future. Oh my god. Saying the history of the future is such an interesting line. So everything's... Yeah, because obviously history are things that already happened. So it's like history. So the future has already happened. And it's already prophesied to not happen. What the fuck? So we didn't even have to do... So why are we here, bro? God damn it, can we just leave? But, like... Why? Like... I mean, I guess we have to. I guess we do have to go through every nation. God damn it, and plus we can't... Oh my god. So I'm guessing all... So I'm guessing all of this is also happening to tie down the Traveler by fate as well. Because obviously the Traveler is not tied down by fate at all, right? Because he's an outsider. So I guess Celestia's ultimate goal would be to tie the Traveler down to their own singular fate. And that's why they're having him go on this journey and having all these events happen. So all of this is probably all to just get the Traveler involved, right?
Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the god's gaze does not fall?
I guess like Cartery, alright? Wait, so what about Barbaros and Varka then? Could Varka... I guess that's what... Like... Wait, so what about the Hex? I guess Hex Circle can defy fate, right? I guess they are able to defy fate. But what about with Varka then? Was Was Varka predetermined? I guess Varka was predetermined not to help well, not defeat was always predetermined to go into the expedition.
Are the things that you shall see different from the fate that the gods perceive?
She's that different there? Same for Renophidia, who carved a prophecy on stone. I forgot about these, like, prophecies.
Reason dictates that this nation be destroyed. I shall record the history of its future here in its past.
But how did these two know of certain that Fontaine won't be destroyed as per the prophecy? But it's like reason dictates, so it's like it should be, but it won't. But how did these two know for certain that Fontaine won't be destroyed as per the prophecy? That's because both of them included the Traveler in their calculations. Whereas Rain, who was unaware of the Traveler's existence, ended up calculating the apocalypse with the world's equation. So you need the Traveler in the equations. Because it says Celestia's goal includes the Traveler, right? Celestia's main goal includes the Traveler with... Yeah, so Celestia's main goal with Fate is like with the Traveler. So if you don't calculate the Traveler in it, you'll be wrong. But when he added the Traveler to his world formula, it changed the outcome. It's because everything is made... Because everything is being done. Everything that's happening in the world of Teyvat is probably happening to have the same thing that happened to Neuvillette happen to the Traveler. So where he can't be tied down by fate, but everything around him will be tied down by fate. So then he is. I don't know. Fuck. And the world wasn't destroyed. Just like Neuvillette, Colabina was also manipulated by the world around her. Oh, okay, no. Okay, so Colabina is the same as Neuvillette. I wasn't sure because in the trailer, Colabina was physically tied down by the strings of fate, while Neuvillette wasn't, so don't worry. Into obtaining the Trilunar Authority from the Moon Sisters. There is no other reason for the heavenly principles to allow the existence of the frost moon beyond the sky. And even create a fake moon in the sky. In fact, the moon was so important in Celestia's plans that they even moved the Traveler's spaceship onto it. The Traveler is frequently compared to a star in Teyvat due to their descender status. Makes sense, I guess you fall to Teyvat, you are like a shooting star. Mona's master, Barbeloth, also mentions considering all cosmic parameters to accurately predict fate. I forget, yeah, we saw her, man. Kind of wild.
To observe the gravitational forces and influence of celestial bodies, one must be able to...
Oh my god, sorry, yeah, I was saying, so, my mind was going to what quest was this? It was Mona's homework, which is homework.
To observe the gravitational forces and influence of celestial bodies, one must be able to see past the false sky. Only by obtaining these cosmic parameters can one predict the fate of this world.
And is that because outside of the world, it's not affected by Teyvat's fate? So I guess you might be able to more accurately predict it. Because there's nothing predetermined happening with what you're predicting. I don't know. I'm just saying things that I feel like make sense, but they really, I feel like, don't. Why would the predicted fate only be accurate when the Traveler is added to the calculations? Because that's their goal, right? Unless the heavenly principles already include the Traveler's existence in their calculations from the start. If the world was created for the twins, it's suspected that we're already part of Celestia's fate. I believe Asmodee separated the twins as part of the Heavenly Principles plan. The plan to complete Teyvat. You might think the Fatui and Abyss Order are fighting against Celestia due to their free will. But if you consider this to be written... But if you consider this to be within the calculations of the predetermined fate, I mean, yeah, because obviously they would be involved, have influences, like, involvement with the Traveler as well, so they would have to be calculated, right? It would be Celestia wants the world to defeat the Heavenly Principles. Teyvat has been compared to an eggshell multiple times. Defeating the Heavenly Principles from within is the same as cracking the eggshell from inside. It's the same as the birth of a new world, proving to Celestia that Teyvat is ready to face the Abyss on its own. If the world fails to defeat the Heavenly Principles, the world is destroyed. Oh, so that's why. Okay. And a new cycle begins. Oh. So I guess they've tried multiple times. And I guess this time the Traveler's involved. And they are having the calculations involving the Traveler. So the Heavenly Principles is defeated. Oh my god, yeah. This is the ultimate plan that the Heavenly Principles created for Teyvat.
Step forth if you have understood the meaning of your journey.
If the Traveler continues on the journey, it will end just as Celestia had calculated. And that is with our ascension. Yeah. This is the fate set for the Traveler by the Heavenly Principles.
Then, the threads of all fate will be yours to reweave.
So we can create our own... So we can create our own singular fate for Teyvat. Or the Traveler can. The Traveler... So if the Traveler ascends, they can... So all fate is theirs to reweave. So then they can create their own singular fate. So I wonder if the Traveler won't do... I feel like the Traveler won't do that, and he'll just get rid of the idea of fate. If he can do that. Maybe. When the Traveler has the power to do it, I feel like he'll just get rid of fate as a whole, right? Maybe. I feel like if he had the choice, he would get rid of it, but I don't know. We even witness this ability of the Traveler to weave the golden threads of fate in Barker's quest. It is only when the Traveler interacts with the letters that they turn into threads of fate. However, it is by defying this fate of ascension will we reach the true ending. As in that case, there won't be any god which determines the world's fate, but the people themselves decide their future. Hello, why is that blocked off? This is how Raiden sealed her nation for all eternity. Oh, just how the Heavenly Principles sealed Teyvat. Okay, I don't know why that was blocked out. It is only by defeating the Heavenly Principles that Teyvat was saved. Oh, just like how we defeated the Raiden, yeah. That Inazuma was saved from being encased in a fate. In fate. So only by defying our planned ascension, or fated ascension as a god, will we reach the true ending of this game. This music's way too fucking good for like what just happened. Oh, wow. Okay, what are the comments talking about, man? Cat's about to get stuck by a strum. No. Uh, 5 years, yep. Ironically, the heavenly principles are the reason the abyss is so strong. The more they force a singular fate onto the world, onto Tavat, the more fates that will not come to pass are created. Yeah. Um. So the thing that has to happen to defeat the heavenly principles is for the traveler to defy fate. So to defy their ascension to God and defeat the heavenly principles, so that so that Tavat is free from the singular fate that it has. I don't even know if I even like. I'm so dumb, so it's like I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, fuck. Help me. I hate this new UI. Fucking hell, so shit. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, if you did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. Oh, for Jesus Christ, this is. Yeah. My god. Oh yeah, I forgot that like watching through the whole game. Cariban, man. That was 3 point. That was in the three. That was in the 3.x arc, wasn't it? The Samaria arc, right? Yeah, because there wasn't one in Fontaine, right? Oh my god. Yeah, no, there was. No, there was the second card, the second half, the bedtime story. First, right, where we first learned that the Loom of Fate was completed, and we saw Lamine in that place, but we couldn't actually touch her. Yeah. Don't worry. God damn it. I'm getting so confused. I don't even remember the 5 X arc for Oh, I remember now. We saw Karia. We saw the destruction of Karia. And we spoke to we spoke to the man. Because she's starting to implement Karia. Right, sorry. There's so much shit going on right now that I can't fucking remember, but I remembered. Yippee! But yeah, I guess we'll see you in the next one. Oh my god, Jesus Christ! All the stuff with like knowing things in the future and the past and stuff. Just this stuff just really just fucks with my brain, man. Jeez.